to episode 9 of European Battle Royale. I'm recording this mere moments after I ended up episode 8. I haven't even edited episode 8 yet. This is purely right afterwards, so episode 8 is still fresh in my mind. Let's get right into it. Greece will be facing a rebellion. Greece's Italian territories are not very satisfied with being part of Greece. Greece's Turkish territories actually already had a okay sizable Greek population. They've also been Greek for longer, so that's why I'm choosing the Italian territories to rebel. Also, they've been more rebellious historically in this series. The first province of Greece to rebel is Sardinia, specifically the part of Sardinia that's always been part of Greece, followed by the part that used to be part of the Vatican. Greece will then face a rebellion in Sicily, which goes pretty successfully. They start marching their army into Sicily and take the southern parts of it. However, the rebellion has since spread into all of the Italian territories that are owned by Greece. Southern Italy, capitaled in Naples, wants their independence, as well as the island of Sicily. Greece has a pretty bad problem with this, and they eventually just give up and give Italy their independence. So this is like the 50th time that Italy should have been gone but was brought back. Switzerland will make an alliance with Germany. Switzerland realizes that it doesn't really like being part of the Cyan Alliance. It has basically no way that it could benefit from the Cyan Alliance, and it just generally doesn't really... It's not feeling the Cyan Alliance, let's put it that way. And so they bail and jump ship and join Germany, which is funny because at the start of the series they hated each other. Denmark will make an alliance with Italy. So Italy will also be joining the growing Purple Alliance. I don't know why it's growing, but it is. I guess it's just more popular. Germany probably made like a declaration saying, hey, if you don't like the Cyan Alliance, we're the alliance to join. And so 2 new countries join the alliance. Poland will be invading Northeast. So the Green Alliance is realizing their end might be near. They figure if they don't go out with a bang, there is absolutely no way that they're going to survive. And so Poland will start invading into the Slavic Union. What their actual hope is Slovenia also starts invading into the Slavic Union, being careful not to invade into Germany, is that the Cyan Alliance and maybe even the Purple Alliance in Greece will all jump in on this. Unfortunately, the Cyan Alliance is looking to build up their strength first, and what better way to build up their strength than by taking land from the Green Alliance that is currently invading a country way stronger than them. So Slovenia loses some land. Basically, all of these troops get withdrawn, and pretty quickly Poland gets divided up between the Slavic Union and Germany. Why does that sound so familiar? The Slavic Union actually skirmishes with Germany a bit, but they don't actually declare war on each other. The Vatican will take some territory over here. France will also help invade into Liechtenstein. And the entire Green Alliance is eventually taken by the Cyan Alliance. And the Yellow Alliance is left stunned, wondering how they could get invaded, and the Cyan Alliance is the one that gains from it. But 3 more countries just got eliminated. This is definitely going to be a pretty short episode, I think. Denmark will invade Northwest. Following that, Denmark will launch an invasion into Sweden, starting from their Norwegian territories, where they kind of incite a Norwegian rebellion. And obviously this is mostly German troops who are doing this, but then invading over here. Finland starts moving some troops over here, and the Slavic Union starts invading into Finland until Finland moves their troops back, and a stalemate happens on their borders until a ceasefire happens. But while that's happening, the Danish get even more land in Sweden. A separate invasion is landed in Scotland, and surprisingly goes very well. Remember, this is actually Swedish territory until all of Scotland is taken, because really the people here were the ones doing all the work. Now that most of Sweden has been taken territorially, Sweden will end up surrendering. But what actually happens is that Finland and Iceland will make their own invasions into Sweden now that the ceasefire has happened over here. And it goes extremely well for them. as Sweden is betrayed by their own allies and it's to prevent them from falling into enemy hands. And this is what the new borders of Scandinavia look like. This is all Icelandic territory. And as for Scotland, they actually gained their independence. So we actually have a country that never existed in the series to begin with, but now is a country in the series, which is Scotland. Greece will invade northwest. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious which country is northwest of Greece, as Greece will invade into Hungary, and the invasion will start off going pretty well, as the Sign Alliance finds it difficult, as Italy and Tunisia both prevent them from moving troops through here to actually supply Hungary. They have to go through the Alps, but eventually they are able to do so. And with that, Hungary starts pushing back into Greece. But then the Slavic Union releases documents that basically show that Hungary was planning on betraying the Sign Alliance and joining up with them. And those documents are 100% true. That was actually something that was going to happen. And all of a sudden, the Sign Alliance doesn't really help them anymore, and things start going better for them. Hungary feels betrayed by the Slavic Union, not Ukraine, Belarus, for having basically been betrayed. They were trying to work together, and now they've been betrayed. And they actually start a minor invasion over here just to show them who's boss. But it backfires pretty heavily as they start being invaded into. And the Purple Alliance, spearheaded by Germany, but also Italy does a little bit of work. And even San Marino is invading into here. The Sign Alliance technically still keeps them as a member, but they're not helping. And it's very clear things aren't going to go well for Hungary. So even though they actually surrender pretty quickly, they're still going to be fully divided up. So you might notice that Vatican actually took a bit of land over here. That is simply because they bought it from Germany during the peace process. It would have otherwise gone to Germany. Last event of this episode, the Slavic Union will be making an alliance with Russia. So after having basically turned Russia into a puppet state, the Slavic Union officially forces the Russian puppet state to join their alliance, thus making the Yellow Alliance even more powerful. I don't know if it's more powerful than the Sign Alliance. I think the Sign Alliance is still more powerful overall, but the Purple Alliance would way rather fight alongside the Yellow Alliance, as well as Greece would rather fight alongside the Yellow Alliance, and probably Scotland as well, compared to the Sign Alliance. So, yeah. There's also only 2 countries now that aren't part of any alliance, so I think that's interesting. But smash that like button if you enjoyed the episode. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.